So there's going to be 3 types of youth who are coming to Sunday school. And I'm going to go through a description of the 3 different types of youth that come. And you are going to be able to imagine who's who in your classrooms and realize which categories they fit in. But remember, nothing is set in stone. Kids can move between these groups as well, right? So the first group is the religious youth. Right? You see them in the community, you know who they are. The second group is the mostly religious youth. And the third group is the not religious youth, right? They're not religious at all. But all 3 of these groups are coming to your Sunday school. So let's talk about what are what is the description of the religious youth, right? So they attend MSAs and Jummah. They go to Islamic seminars and retreats. They are fans of shuyukh and alimas, right? They might follow Imam Umar Suleiman on social media or Ustada Yasmin Magahid. They watch inspirational religious videos. They keep gaining Islamic knowledge beyond Sunday school. They talk about wanting to go overseas to study the deen. They might volunteer in Sunday school. They might be trying to hifz the Quran on their own. It's their own motivation that they want to accomplish that. It's not because their parents are making them do it. They want to learn fiqh and Arabic. They lead halaqas in the community. They might be doing high school and college at the same time. They're involved in dawah efforts, especially if they're going to public high school, they might be involved in dawah efforts there. They truly care about the community. And these are the rising stars of the community. You want to keep your eyes open for them. You'll recognize them in the community. So yes, they are the rising leaders of the Muslim youth. And this is the group, the religious youth, that needs to focus on the mostly religious youth, okay? The second group that we're going to be talking about. Here's the description of the mostly religious youth. They attend Jummah. They maybe attend halaqah and Sunday school. They listen to Lady Gaga. Now, I came up with this list back when Lady Gaga was really in, and she was the worst thing out there. I don't know who it is now, but we'll just keep that there for right now. So they listen to, problematic music with problematic lyrics and themes. They could have better friends. They may even curse, use foul language. They have a relationship with the religious youth, the first group I described, and the not religious youth. It's going to be described later. And it's important that the religious youth has a relationship with the mostly religious youth. And the reason I'm sharing this with you all is because you are going to be seeing these kids in your classrooms, and you want to try and encourage friendships and partnerships when you can, inshallah. The mostly religious youth are the most effective means of getting through to the not religious youth, okay? So this second group, they're the most effective means of getting through to the group that is not religious. All right, here's the description of the not religious youth. They come to Jummah when they're forced to. They experiment with drugs and alcohol. They don't have good influences in their lives. They have boyfriends and girlfriends. They don't pray. They're not involved in the mosque. They have a very long road ahead of them. And the mostly religious youth are the only ones who have a grip on the not religious youth and can bring them, inshallah, to the religious youth. This description, by the way, I want to give credit where credit is due. I got these descriptions from Sheikh Rami Ansur, who's very involved with the youth in our community.